Letitia James. It seems to me that this woman just can't just let it go. It's just like she insists on using that lawfare, basically those trumped up charges that she put on Trump, those fraudulent charges that she put on Donald Trump, the 47th elected president of the United States. The people have voted this man in. The people have spoken and voted and put and cast their ballots and cast their votes, Dan, to make sure that this man is the 47th president of the United States, and this woman right here, Letitia James, refused to submit. Let's kick it
Well,
about this woman, Letitia James, Mr. Dan Green.
well, she campaigned. That was her major campaign theme when she was running for attorney general, to take out the sitting president at the time, Donald
Mm-hmm.
Trump. We're going to go after him. We're going to take him down. She got elected based on that. The people of New York elected her, and that was her major theme.
Mm-hmm.
And she fulfilled her promise by suing him and winning a $500 million judgment, which was insane, based
How
on
much?
basically almost $500 million. It was
Judgment.
Judgment. And the thing being is, it's ridiculous because the whole premise is that he submitted his loan application was fraudulent. The property that they used as collateral was fraudulent. All that was totally a lie. The banks testified on his behalf that they were not victimized. They used actually a consumer statute to go after him. It had nothing to do with a business loan.
What's a consumer statute?
Meaning, like if you were a borrower and you use real estate, an individual, a consumer, a person, rather than a company. His company borrowed the money, and he used some of his real estate as collateral, namely some of his New York properties and the Mar-a-Lago property and the club, the golf club, and all of that.
And that's not illegal.
No, it's not. The property was worth close to $1 billion. The properties collectively were worth over $1 billion. The loans were paid back on time. The banks made money. There were no victims. Nobody was victimized. Nobody lost any money.
Wow.
So the whole premise of the lawsuit was fraudulent in the first friggin' place. She engaged in lawfare. It was coordinated with Fannie Willis in Georgia, with the White House, the Justice Department, the Jack Smith criminal charges, and the Georgia criminal charges, and the Alvin Bragg charges, and this is civil. They tried to tie the man up. They said all these charges were brought when he declared that he was going to run for president again.
Yeah,
that's when all these charges.
Yeah.
And these lawsuits were filed against him the succeeding 12 to 18 months. Back in the end of 2023, when he said, "I'm running."
Yeah.
And then within 6 months to a year, all these civil and criminal charges were filed against the man. It's total lawfare.
And ever since then, it's been a witch hunt.
Yeah, it was coordinated with the White House, and now they want to make peace. Now they want to make peace since he beat the hell out of them. He beat the lid, and they were his best friends because when all these cases started arising, his ratings went up in the polls.
Yeah. I remember.
That's why he won overwhelmingly with the popular vote and the Electoral College, because people were tired of the bullshit. They knew what was going on. They knew they knew they were trying to prevent this man from running again. They tried to bankrupt him. They tried to put him in jail, and they tried to kill him
twice, and trying to kill him again.
And this is insane. The Democrats and the people on the left will not give up. They do not want to give up power. That's all this is about. This is not protecting democracy or the constitutional republic. These people are drunk on power, and they will not give up easily. Even though Trump has been elected, the Republicans have control of the Senate, and most likely they're going to control the House. He'll be able to get a lot of stuff done if they can control the House.
I really hope they get that House, Dan. They got the Senate. I hope. Listen, they got to get that House so they can control everything, Dan.
And get rid of, and hopefully the rhinos will not stand. There's a few rhinos left, but most of the people
you got to clear the swamp.
In the Senate are not rhinos. No Paul Ryan's, no scumbags like that are out there to thwart his agenda. No John McCain, God rest his soul. None of those people are there now. Most of those people have been purged. Now he'll have people that will be on board with him, and they'll be able to get a lot of stuff done his first 100 days and the first 2 years, because that's probably all he's going to have, because more than likely the Democrats will win back the House in 2026.
You think
and
so?
Yeah, and they'll thwart everything he tries to do. So
why you say that, Dan? Why you say the Democrats
because
more than likely gonna win the House?
that's typically what happens when the sitting president's in power. The second 2 years, he generally loses the House, the Senate, or both. It just happens that way. It just happened. It happened to Ronald Reagan. It happened to, the only time it didn't happen was George Bush second. He was able to maintain the House in his second 2 years.
So that means, like you just said, Trump got to hit the ground running then.
Exactly. He's really got 2 years to get his agenda, get everything in place. So when the Democrats take over, well, hopefully it won't happen, but when they take over the House in 2026, it's not much they can
2026.
do. Yeah. Because the House, they run every 2 years.
Right.
They're up for re-election every 2 years. So he's got to hit the ground running, and he's already doing things now. He's already quietly, really not quietly, putting his people in place.
And I definitely see him moving. I'm watching him.
Yeah, and he's got a great bench. He's got a deep talent pool.
But he got to clean that swamp out, Dan. He got to flush and clear that swamp out and keep his foot on his enemy's neck. He cannot let up off of his enemies, Dan. He have to annihilate his enemy.
Now I'm good with the credit bureau. Went from 540 to a 750. New credit lines. I'ma push the limit. See signs of Christ all through the city.
MalikDavis.com